A deadly string of storms ravaged the Midwest region, and it looks like more are on the way. That's our top story from across the nation. The committee has partnered up with Impact Dimensions as a merchandise provider for delegates, speakers, and citizens alike to bring home some Philadelphia gear. With just 19 days away until the DNC hits the town, this pop-up shop is yet another way the city is gearing up for its arrival. And what a night it was. Tyus Battle and the Orange came roaring back from what at one point was a double-digit deficit. Dr. Friedman, along with the rest of her International Adoption Unit staff, look to continue to connect families and children all across the world. Democratic Senate candidate Katie McGinty spoke here today to local Bucks County senior citizens. The speech called for unity, and there was a much different tone from the president. Representative John Katko's main concern after President Trump's speech was on the topic of health care. Katko says he still won't vote for repeal unless there's a better replacement plan. The gubernatorial election in Jakarta was dubbed a test of tolerance in the world's most populous Muslim-majority nation, and the incumbent governor just conceded. The vote that shocked the world is finally taking some action. British Prime Minister Theresa May signed the international document, triggering Article 50. The early general snap election will be held 3 years earlier than expected, and less than halfway through her current term. With notable wins over Penn State last year and that nail-biter against Notre Dame, the Temple Owls look to duplicate that success in this upcoming season. Meals on Wheels is a charity organization that delivers pre-cooked lunches and dinners to needy recipients, a majority of them being handicapped seniors. After President Trump's budget was announced last Thursday that included cuts to senior aid, this program could potentially vanish.
Just stacking on top.
Meals on Wheels, the popular food delivery service to the elderly, is in danger due to President Trump's proposed budget cuts. The cuts could include the program losing 35% of the federal funding that it depends on. Michael Nortman, the program's community relations director, says why Meals on Wheels is necessary.
Yeah, certainly some seniors will fall through the cracks. You know, for every dollar spent on a program like Meals on Wheels, there's $3.25 saved in healthcare costs. So it's a very efficient program, and with the statistics about food insecurity, it's the need is just huge.
Nortman also questions how the removal of federal funding could help society as a whole.
It's kind of mind-boggling that particularly when they said that Meals on Wheels is not effective, because it's patently not true. It's hard to believe that people would support such draconian cuts to human services.
Some volunteers for this program include SU students, one of them being Dominique Pisitti. She sees the personal impact these cuts could have on the seniors she delivers to.
It would leave a lot of people hungry. Well, obviously the people who get Meals on Wheels for free would go hungry because that wouldn't be an option anymore, or the people that do pay would probably have to pay more, which isn't exactly fair.
As for why Dominique thinks these cuts came, she gives a simple answer.
Because they don't understand the complexity of hunger.
After earlier news broke that Meals on Wheels was in jeopardy of losing its funding, there was a 500% surge in volunteering and a 50% increase in donations. Live from the studio, I'm Marissa McBride. It's a bright and beautiful day here at the Walmart in East Syracuse. The parking lot is bustling with customers trying to get their weekend shopping done, but one vehicle in particular stands out, the Lamborghini. The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile continued its decades-long tradition today with games, pictures, and prizes. Christian Blattner came across an opportunity to be a hot dogger and took a bite out of it.
Yeah, so they recruit on college campuses across the country. So I went to the University of Wisconsin. Funny enough, the program's based in Madison, Wisconsin, so I had heard about it. I had a friend who was a hot dogger last year, actually. So I was familiar with the program, knew how cool of an experience it was.
He also explains what this Bun on Wheels' main priority is.
Keeping the Wienermobile tradition going. It's been around for 80 years. We've been on the road since 1936, so, and really our ultimate goal is just to make people smile. You know, a lot of people think we're selling something or it costs to take a picture, and We're really here just to, brighten someone's day.
His co-pilot and his co-hot dogger, Kayla Kabalek, graduated from the University of Florida just a year ago. Now she lives out of a hot dog on wheels, spreading smiles wherever she goes.
Same time, like, it hit me and I was like, I'm gonna get paid to travel around the country in a giant hot dog for a year. Like, who else gets to say that?
Only a small portion of the applicants do in fact get to say that about themselves. Only 12 out of the 1,200 people who applied for this position get selected to become a hot dogger.
Like, give or take around 1,200 a year apply, so like we're in the 1%. We like to say that more people have been into space than have driven the Wienermobile. So that's like a pretty cool fun fact to tell people,
And those fun facts seem to be working on all ages.
You were gonna cook us a hot dog.
No hot dogs today.
How much do you love hot dogs?
The next stop Christian and Kayla will be making will be in Richmond, Virginia. They'll be sure to travel in style and have some fun along the way. And reporting in East Syracuse, I'm Marissa McBride, NCC News. Sierra Degnan, a senior co-captain of the field hockey team, has finally transitioned to a normal college student life. After her final season has come to a close, she can now focus on her other passion, physical therapy. Where she got that passion comes from a personal place. At the Manly Fieldhouse, varsity athletes both in and out of season can be found practicing any day of the week. One in particular, Sierra Degnan, shows up just about every day.
To Lockerway shoots and she scores!
As a senior, a forward, and a captain of SU's women's field hockey team, Sierra has finally made the transition to a regular college student to focus on her academics.
My major is exercise science and my minor is in psychology.
Not only did her obvious passion for athletics influence her choice to become a physical trainer, but a personal passion did as well.
I actually lost one of my friends to muscular dystrophy in high school, and that kind of wanted me to give back to that kind of population of people. And through that, I always felt connected to him in a way, so that really wanted me to work with peds and mentally handicapped children.
She exercises this passion through volunteer hours at psych wards, physical therapy centers, and hospitals. Degnan seems to reap the benefits of her job just as much as the patients do.
Whether that be that they're able to hold a child or they're able to do their job again or work, you get to make that kind of connection, and that passion really just, it's a different feeling than winning a game.
Although she shares a love for both helping her team and helping a patient, she knows she can't equate her two devotions.
Field hockey was kind of, yeah, you're on a team and you do have a passion for that, but you don't really make anyone else better except for the people on your team, and it's not really helping someone else in the world.
She put 100% into field hockey, and it earned her a national championship. If she does the same to her career, we can only imagine the outcome. Degnan plans to graduate the fall of 2017 as she continues putting in extra hours at her multiple physical therapy locations. Reporting live in studio, I'm Marissa McBride.